Hello everybody and welcome back indeed to another video on my iRacing journey. Welcome back and thank you so much everybody. A sensational thank you to everybody that has subscribed over the last few weeks, and certainly everybody that has subscribed ever since I began this journey and decided to start sharing it with everybody. It truly means a lot. We've actually reached the goal of 100 subscribers before the end of the year. And yeah, it feels incredible to say I only started sharing this journey with everyone a couple of months ago, and we're already up to 100 subscribers, more than 100 indeed. Really does mean an awful lot. I can't even begin to put it into words. I wish I could say more. I wish I could do something to reward you guys or thank you guys properly for it, but you know, unfortunately I can only do so much. So a little bit about where we are and what we're doing. This is week 12 now of the season 4 of the iRacing 2023 season, and yeah, we're back at Ogiyama International on the full course. This is a track that I'm not too confident on, particularly the front half of the course all the way up to the Atwood curve, and then it's more sort of the back end of the course that I'm more confident with, because if you might recall, I think it was week 2, we did an awful lot of this track during week 2, but that was the back end of the course, so I'm quite happy with that. Less so with the front half. You might notice that
the track temp is 31, the air temp is 26 Celsius, 12 laps. Okay, Dan, nice and neat, stay out of trouble. Green, green, green.
So I'll talk a little bit more when I get to a straight section of track, and I'm going to try and keep that routine for this race. Obviously we're starting in P1. I don't want to throw this away.
Great start, well done.
Yes, so you might notice that my iRating has taken a bit of a dive recently. That's because this is the 3rd time I've attempted this race, and each time before that I've had something absolutely horrible happen to me. So I've lost a grand total of nearly 200 iRating over the past couple of hours at least. So I have actually been dropped into a split that is certainly not top split. So the P1 or the pole position qualifying result feels a little bit not hollow, and I really shouldn't complain. And it really does sound arrogant and horrible for me to say things like that. And I do regret saying it now, to be perfectly honest. But P1 qualifying doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get P1 in the race, so all it's going to take is a couple of unfortunate errors, or maybe even one large error, just bring this all tumbling down around my ears. I'm quite certain I can take Atwood corner, the one we've just gone through, in 2nd gear. But I haven't, as I said before, I'm not really confident with the front half of this track, and I haven't quite worked out the braking marker and the line required to do that. Looks like I'm starting to get a little bit of pressure from Bottas behind. Looked like he was going to go for a dive into the hairpin. This corner is anxiety-inducing as well. Give it a look, because it's. I mean, I feel like the reason if you put a little bit too much brake pressure going into that corner, it's far too easy to turn the car around.
The guy behind has just done a 146.77.
And I feel like it's because the track runs downhill, and you're trying to sort of steer as you're braking. It sort of makes the car very unstable when you're braking. And of course, the track going downhill, I think, doesn't help. I'm not really sure if that's how the physics works. It does make things very scary for me, particularly going into that corner.
The gap behind is now 0.8.
Of course, if you don't brake quite hard enough going into that corner, then you are going to end up running through the gravel on the outside or understeering in quite a spectacular fashion.
That's the fastest lap. The guy behind has just done a 146.14.
So we've pulled out over a second for the car behind now, which makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, but I don't want to become complacent. I'm sure history is littered with drivers that led several laps, no, most of the race, only to throw it all away, with only themselves to blame. I really don't wish to count myself amongst one of those.
You're in the lead.
Today.
You've just done a 146.00. That's your fastest lap. Sector 1 is 0.26 off the pace.
Things got a little bit dicey there. Just giving Bottas a bit of a, well, let him claw back some disadvantage. so it's nearly a 2-second gap to the car behind now, so I'm incredibly comfortable. Got
You've just done a 146.11.
a mini heart attack there. I thought I'd missed my braking point. Yeah, so we're just under halfway through the race now. I've messed up again, going up to third where I don't usually do so. And that gap's come down a little bit. So I need to stop worrying about the car behind me, start focusing on the track in front of me. Start focusing on what I'm doing and stop worrying about what the cars around me are doing. Because I can't control those cars. I can't stop them from doing whatever it is they're doing. So let's just focus on what I'm doing.
The gap behind is now 1.8 seconds. Halfway home, we've got plenty of fuel. That lap time was 146.52. Okay, Dan, lap times are pretty consistent.
So we've developed a very healthy gap to the car behind now. If it all goes wrong, the only person that's going to be to blame is in fact me. So this is why I don't really like to focus too much on my iRating, because yes, granted it's low now, but any of these people, anyone else in this lobby, in this race with similar iRatings to what I'm standing on now, could be there simply because they've had a bad few races and they're just struggling to survive through and build that iRating back up. Your iRating is not something that I want to sort of worry about focusing on day to day. It's the kind of thing that you want to look at, if ever, maybe once a month, something like that. See if there's any trends. Is it going up or down on a monthly basis? Why is it going up or down on a monthly basis? Or did you have a bad week? 1 week? Did you have a, did you not get much chance to race 1 week? Or for whatever reason. I mean, certainly at my level, I think that my iRating is going to plateau or...
Your lap time was 146.64.
Settle around the 1.8 to 1.9k mark. And I'm fine with that. That is high enough to put me into a top split most of the time, where I can be left behind. Still enjoy the driving. And then at peak times, weekends, evenings, I know with a 1.8, 1.9k iRating, I'm likely to get a good, close, competitive race with respective drivers and those that can race side by side. Once your iRating starts getting you into the top splits, I think it stops. It ceases to become.
We think P6 has gone off in the hairpin.
Ceases to be a matchmaking tool. It starts to become a sort of bragging rights thing. And that's not something I ever want to do with my iRating. One, because I'll probably never get to the point where I can really brag about it. And two, because I don't really think that's a healthy thing to do. And even if your iRating isn't that high, and you're not getting into the top splits, I imagine what you are getting is races where you can compete.
That lap was a 146.39.
Compete with other drivers of similar skill to you and actually, have close racing. Top split, I mean, at least for me, top split isn't all it's hyped up to be.
The gap behind is now 4.6.
In my experience, in a top split race, I'm qualifying at the back of the field and losing places in the first few laps and then struggling to keep up for the rest of the race. Yes, that all sounds very woe is me, spit on the programme. I mean, I'm just shooting myself in the foot here, aren't I? Just saying loads of things that don't know what's gotten into me today. I think one thing I deserve now after saying some of that is to lose control of the car, spin it into a wall, and lose the race. I absolutely deserve that.
Come on down, 2 to go. Stay focused, we can win this. Sector 2 is 0.5 off the pace.
I should mention as well that I had really hoped to get this video out a lot sooner, a lot earlier in the day than I will have. I have unfortunately had other commitments to C2 this morning and this afternoon. As previously mentioned, I've tried this race twice already and haven't had a good time. In my first attempt, it was a top split, and I think I qualified 11th. 11 car at the time, and in the process of trying to avoid a lap run accident, I went onto the grass to avoid the accident, lost the rear, and while I was trying to fish for the grip to get back on the track and get straightened out, one of the cars behind me decided to, well, I don't know if he decided, I didn't actually stick around to check the replay, which is pretty poor of me, I admit. I got helped around by another car on the track, just coming out of turn 1, so that's
one more lap to go, stay focused.
put me into it was just about here actually. I tried the grass on the right hand side, got all sideways coming out of that and got helped around the barrier, which basically ended the race. I tried to keep going, but just wasn't worth it. And then on my second attempt, I was fighting for, I think it was P5 coming into this corner, where there was a back marker that cut across the guy that was immediately in front of me here. He slammed on the brakes, I went into the back of him, and essentially the car ended up upside down, which would have been hilarious were it not for the fact that this back marker was showing absolutely zero awareness of what was going on. And essentially caused the accident and just carried on his merry way as if he... well. And here we are, with, here we are 2 hours later, with a much reduced iRating, and leading the final lap of the race into the final sector of the track. And into the last few corners. As long as I don't bin it into the final corner, I stand a good chance of coming away with a win. There it is, there's the finish line. And that is P1, and that is the first win I've ever shown.
Well done, Dan, great win, you deserved that today.
And I ever managed to record for the channel. It does feel really good. I'm delighted to have won. I'm sure you can tell that I'm absolutely ecstatic from the tone of my voice and my display of emotion. Yeah, it's good grief. Yeah, feels nice to have won. It really does. There are some things that I wish it could have been a little bit more competitive and a little bit. Oh, what's going on here? There's the silliness for you. Wow. I'll continue that line of thought after we've checked out the silliness and as we get into the results. Yeah, number 2 car's not doing too well there, is he? Oh, what's Oleg gonna do? He was at the back earlier. Oh, is that it? Okay. Losing it again in the... Oh, God. That's a shame, because it's... Atwood is a really easy corner to lose control on. Matas finished 7th. Oh, he just got turned. That is poor. That is very poor. I mean, it's hard to... Yeah, he did. I don't know. I'd say that's kind of on him, to be honest. He should have known there was a car on his inside, and well, I guess that's it. So we'll go have a look at the results, and we'll be back with you in just a moment. So stay right there. Right, so it's taken a little while for the results to come through. I didn't mean for that break to last as long as it did. I'm still waiting for like I say, I'm still waiting for the results to come through. We'll just close that while we're waiting so I can access all of the edges here. Results and stats. Yeah, right, well. So, continuing on from what I was saying earlier about the win, it is delightful. I am over the moon to have won. It just feels a little bit hollow from the fact that it was a split that I was probably not supposed to be in, is possibly the best way I can, or the nicest way I can put it. But on the other hand, a win is a win, and I really mustn't complain. I really mustn't be upset. I really mustn't have this kind of attitude. I should, yeah. It's a difficult one. Yeah, I mean, you can see these previous two attempts started 6th place and finished. It's just poor. I mean, I don't really know what to say. And I'm really wishing the results would come through so that I have something to talk about. Yeah, what on earth is taking so long? We run back to the home, maybe try loading the results again. No, nothing. Oh dear. And to make things worse, it's absolutely roasting in this room. I'm currently at my in my accommodation at work, and I've got a problem with the radiator in that even though I've got the thermostat on it turned to 0, it remains on. Whenever the site-wide heating comes on, the radiator comes on full whack. I've got the windows open, trying to ventilate the air. I would have my tower fan on, but I think that would interfere with the microphone inputs, and every now and again you'd hear a wind brush over the microphone, which probably wouldn't be too nice to hear. What is going on? Why aren't these results coming through? Absolutely incredible. This has happened before, and I can't remember. Oh, I don't know why, and I don't know how long it's supposed to take. Oh, someone with a very large exhaust going by. Oh, come on now. So in the meantime, I suppose we're going to have a look at what is going to be available to me this week. We're not going to be able to see much because there's not a lot of variety. I've got the V's, the Formula 1600 D-Class trophy, Fanatec Global Challenge. I have actually tried the Kia Optima in that class. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Right. So it wasn't top split, but it was the second split. So a little bit weaker and a little bit stronger in terms of split hierarchy than I thought it would be. 11 splits, and we've gained a good chunk of iRating, safety rating rather, and the win has granted us 86 iRating points. Again, hopefully over the next few days I can bump that up to the sort of high 18, low 19 mark to get back where we should be, but we'll see. Important thing though is the 95 championship points here, and it's, yeah, like I say, a win is a win. I'm delighted with the win, really happy. So I really shouldn't say much more on the fact, lest I end up putting my foot in my mouth again. So thanks very much, everybody, for watching. Thank you, everybody that has subscribed recently. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed from the beginning. Thank you to absolutely everybody. I can't begin to describe how much it helps knowing that there are people out there that do want to watch this content and are genuinely interested in what I'm doing. And it really does provide a boost, and it gives me a little bit of purpose, something to focus on besides watching the numbers go up and down. It makes things a little bit easier for me to bear, and I'm not sort of focusing on the wrong things and getting laser focused on something that's eventually going to lead me to hate the game. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, as always, I understand that your time is valuable, and it really does mean an awful lot that you choose to spend it with me. Particularly when I see the likes and the engagement and the comments and the subscriptions. Again, thank you, everybody. If we can keep that number climbing, that'd be brilliant. Yeah. Only other thing to mention is the referral link in the video description. If in the unlikely event that you're watching this and you're not already a member of the iRacing service and you fancy giving it a go as a result of the stuff that I'm bringing to you, please do consider, when you sign up, using my referral link. Have a click on the referral link or copy the referral link into your browser now. See where it takes you. It just takes you to the membership website where you can have a look at the payment plans that are available. It doesn't tie you into anything. Just have a look. You might be surprised. The iRacing Black Friday sale at the time of recording is still ongoing and should be continuing until the 30th of November, which means it's going to be 50% off for new members to the service. If you choose to use my referral link, all that's going to happen is I'll get an extra $10 into this iRacing balance here, which I will have to spend on cars or tracks and other stuff in the iRacing service. I won't be able to take it out. I won't be able to spend it on anything else. You know where that money is going to go. And it's not going to cost you a penny. So if you're considering it, please do have a look at using my referral code. It would really help me out. A referral link, rather. Other than that, whatever it is you choose to do with the rest of your day, have a cracking one, and I do genuinely hope to see you next time. Thanks very much. Ta-ra. Ta-ra. Ta-ra? I've never said that before. See ya.